What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about interesting topic I've seen on a lot of Mustang forums and Mustang 6G and stuff. Is the 2018 Mustang intake manifold is kicking some major behind as far as performance numbers go. It's basically 90% GT350 manifold. It's actually been shown to make a lot more torque low down and make more power up until about 7,200 RPM, and then the 350 kind of takes over. I'll put some dyno graphs and stuff in here. I've only seen a couple. It's kind of still a little bit of a mystery. I've not seen any videos about it. I've seen one guy swap it on a 14 Mustang and one guy swap it on a 12. Some people are saying they can pick up anywhere from 30 to 40 rear-wheel horsepower at the right tune. The thing is about the 18 manifold, though, is people are, if you have an 11 through 14 Coyote, you have to buy the IMRC lockouts. There's a couple of different companies that sell them. But the manifold itself is crazy cheap for pretty much like what it's doing. I've seen them go for anywhere from $270 to about like $330, $340, and like $500 like shipped, ported, and everything. And so that's pretty crazy compared to a GT350, which is, $1,100. So basically a third of the price, and maybe even a little better, or 95% of the performance. Like the main problem with Coyotes is the oil pump gears and the something crank, something I forget. But they kind of, if you start revving them too high, they give out. So most people like the GT350 manifold is supposed to make peak power at 7,500 RPM. A lot of people like to shift them about 7,800. That's about where I've seen the best times and whatnot on 5.0 cars, at least. Some people like to rev them to 8,000, maybe even a little more on some E or something with everything. But that's when you kind of start running into some problems. So, but really, if your 2018 manifold is outperforming the GT350 manifold all the way to 7,200 RPM, and then the 350 might take over just a little, I think like an 18 manifold swap car might actually beat a 350 swap car. I haven't seen it. That's my opinion. One of the dyno graphs I'll show you, the 350 car made like 422 peak, and the 18 actually made 425 peak, and like almost like 15 foot-pounds more peak. But at about 7,300 RPM, the curve, the 350 kind of goes sort of more like this, or more flat at least, and the 18 manifold is kind of up here a little bit higher, but then it kind of starts to go like a slight decline in power. So if anybody knows, comment down below. But I know there's two different ways you can run it on at least a 15 through 17 car. You can actually buy the IMRC lockouts, and so that'll just, the runners will be open all the time, which at full throttle obviously they're open anyway. So that's kind of more for race cars, and you could possibly lose a little bit more low end torque if you do that. But that pretty much makes it a just bolt-on swap if you have those. I've seen guys not even get a tune revision and pick up like 13 or 14 horsepower. So that's pretty serious. And it's due to the runners on the intake manifold being a little shorter. Seem like they're a little bit larger diameter. I think per Ford, it holds like a little bit over another liter of air, which is quite a bit in an intake manifold. So there's a ProCharge Mustang picked up like 130 wheel horsepower or something off just a manifold swap because you can get so much more air in there. That's pretty ridiculous. I'll try to find that dyno graph as well, but I mean, that's crazy. And for $500 for a ported 18 manifold, I mean, obviously it's going to outperform the Boss intake. I've seen people arguing about it, but obviously it is. I mean, it's going to outperform a GT350 intake all the way up to 7,200 RPM. So, and I mean, for $500, you'd almost be crazy. Now, I have seen some people complain about getting their intake 18 manifold in and it being like cracked or there being a hole in it. That's not really due to like bad quality issues. That's due more so to just packaging error. But not really a whole lot you can do about that. I've seen some people said whoever they bought it from would replace it free of charge. So hopefully they got that sorted out. But the other way you can put it on there is you have to get the pigtail straight from Ford, and it's a wiring harness that allows you to run your IMRCs. And your tuner has to go into the tables and make sure that still works and everything. But that's pretty cool, because imagine like a GT350 intake up top, but almost like an F150 intake manifold down low, because you're picking up, I've seen some of them pick up 20 foot-pounds. Now, I have seen some of them even lose torque with the IMRCs locked out. So, but in mid-range and stuff where your power is actually going to really matter, they picked up a lot in the curve. I mean, like a lot in the curve. So some of you 15 through 17 guys, even you 11 through 14 5.0 guys, might start looking into it. I haven't seen an install video yet on how to do it. I do know you have to, one of the vacuum lines has to be kind of extended, or you have to make your own new hose. I think through 11 through 14 cars, there's like a solenoid that has to be like taken out or replaced, something that has to do with that, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So I'm really honestly looking to see if anybody can comment down below and see if they actually like got a car, or if somebody can post a link to a video of like a 15 through 17 car on the dyno. Like, I've seen some numbers, and I've seen the one video on YouTube about the I think it was 13 or 14 car with the 18 manifold swap. But other than that, I mean, there's not really a whole lot out there about it. So kind of lost, and like I'm kind of in the same boat, because for $500 I would definitely do that on my 17 GT right here. And 20-30 rural horsepower, I'd be making in the neighborhood of 450. That would be pretty serious, just from an intake manifold for $500. That's hard to do. That's about what you get out of a tune, and nothing else really gets you that much performance for the money. But other than that, guys, just another quick little video. Just kind of wanted to bring something up I've been seeing here lately, and just kind of hope that it might help some of y'all out. If y'all can help me out, if anybody knows the best place to get them, I've seen Hell Horse Performance and places like that. They got them for sale. The throttle body, I think, is like angled slightly more upward at the end of the manifold, so I don't know exactly how the aftermarket intakes are going to connect up to it, but it's the same size throttle body. It's 80 millimeters, but I don't know if you have to have an adapter or what, but I would really like someone to post an install video somewhere on YouTube. So if anybody can do that, please help us out, the car community or whatever. But tomorrow I'm headed to Ponies in the Smokies down there in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, hoping to see some awesome cars. So that video will be coming out either tomorrow night or the day after. But other than that, guys, 2018 Mustang intake manifold seems to be kind of the new king, other than maybe a Cobra Jet. But for the price, almost ridiculous what it's doing. So guys, we appreciate the support, and keep watching our videos, keep giving us some thumbs up. I hope y'all like them, but we're trying to get to that 1,000 sub mark, and who knows, if enough people watch it and we get enough subs, we'll do a giveaway. We could give away a GoPro or something, or a gift card or something, anything. But I got some cool videos planned here coming up. We're getting into the racing season. It's spring now. I know it just snowed here yesterday, but it's Kentucky, so it might snow in June. You really don't know. It's also been 80 degrees in December and January. It's just kind of where we live. But just another quick little video, guys, about the 18 Mustang Manifold. I'll put some pictures and some dyno graphs in here and stuff. But other than that, just please like, share, and subscribe if you're new.